Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between. Uh, Welcome to the very first episode of an interview with Galinor. For this interview, I'll be sitting down with the writers of Dawn of Davros, which is the first installment of Garry the Word's Doctor Who fan audiobooks. So I hope you enjoy. And anything mentioned in this interview will be linked in the description below. Thank you.
Hello.
Back to
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
we're fine.
I've had a
Awesome.
good day.
Very good.
Thank you for taking the time to be here. And you guys
Problem.
are the writers for Dawn of Davros, right?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Right.
Awesome. So my first question for you guys is, what inspired you to write this story?
Barry actually came up to us with a few ideas and said, "Hey, I really want your guys' characters in this." And we both thought, me and Seicool thought it was cool.
Yeah, because we had all this planned out before we even wrote it, because it was gonna have this big climactic scenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We all thought it was a good idea, so we started to write the script.
How long did it take you to write the script?
Oh, how long
I
was it?
mean, it was like
a week, I think.
yeah,
or
a week,
maybe,
yeah.
or a few days. Yeah.
A couple of the other ones are probably gonna take longer. Wink, wink.
I think it was around a week, yeah.
Are you impressed with how this turned out? Like how the
Really impressed,
turned out?
yes, we
really,
are.
I mean, I've never really written a script. I usually write things by myself, so I'm really bad at working with people. So I'm impressed with how.
But
You
the
know,
teamwork really went well.
Yeah.
I would say it did. From how the dialogue is really written, it sounded really, really good. So props to you lot for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How did it feel working on the story?
It felt really good because we were just coming up with ideas left, right, and center. Because we when we were writing the story, had all these plot points that we were gonna do, but we get really motivated to think of more ideas for the story.
Yeah, especially since there's like three of us doing it at once, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seicool, you're going to say something, I think.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I actually really enjoy writing stuff together because, actually we've written an episode before, which it was on a Roblox Doctor Who series, which is actually still up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Coming soon.
basic plot is basically a virus happens on Earth.
Oh yeah,
And it's really one of my favorite episodes I've ever written. We've written because
we need to link that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got the description.
I do genuinely think that the three of us do work really well together as with writers. Like we've written, I don't know how many stories we've written together, but like this is the first big one that we've written together, and
we actually finished.
Yeah, because we get distracted with all those projects, but you know.
Imagine you've started quite a lot of them, but just left them to collect dust.
But we are going to be reusing some for the near future.
Yeah, that is quite fun to do. You know, just using old concepts.
Because we might as well use them because they sounded great. But then, yeah.
Okay. How did it feel playing these characters?
Well,
I'm imagining you guys are quite big fans of Doctor Who. How does it feel playing the Doctor?
That's a good question, actually. Oh, apart from Seicool, because he doesn't play an actual Doctor, one of the incarnations, it felt really good because I've always been a fan of Doctor Who since I was really little, and me playing the Doctor, inspiration from all these audio adaptations for story. I thought I'd give it a go myself, and it was actually really fun, just being the Doctor, you know, and just saying witty things and stuff.
I totally agree. Like my Doctor is trying to be a representation of me. This part of his life, I would say, is very
Yeah.
but it's the furthest away from that. So playing him as he is now with all the shouting and upset and stuff, it's really weird. I've never
Character
played him like that
development.
before. I've never
Character
played my
development.
doctor like that before. That's all I'm saying. It's
It's just
really weird.
something new you learn along
Yeah.
the way.
I'm with Gary as well. I've always wanted to play the Doctor. I've always wanted to be a Doctor. It's really cool.
And
being able to-
inspiration wise, yeah, it was just really fun. Let's seicool
Question
speak.
for seicool.
Oh, here we go.
How does it feel to play like this own original character?
Well, it was quite interesting because the pilot was actually a persona that I basically would roleplay in with in like a game called TARDIS Flight Classic. It's like a multiplayer game, and you can
Mhm.
like interact with other people. And I'd always like be the pilot,
Yeah.
but like
That's where we met. That's where we first met.
That's
I
yeah.
believe. Yeah.
and this is the first time I'm like actually acting the pilot, like not just like writing in a little chat box and pressing WASD, and it's quite interesting.
Episode 1 will be in the description if you want to watch it.
Yeah, and I think it's quite interesting because it unlike Y24, the pilot isn't really a persona that like is similar to me because I'm not a Time Lord, surprisingly. And no, jokes aside, I kind of created the pilot as a persona of like kind of just to be unlike me, to be cool.
Well, I
Yeah.
think you and the pilot.
But I
I
think
agree.
I
oh,
agree.
thanks.
I agree.
Oh, thanks.
I really liked the way you I was gonna say bring him to screen, but it's not exactly
Right.
on the screen, is he? Bring him to ears? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I'll agree. It creates a picture in your mind of what's happening, basically.
Yeah.
That's what audios do.
I'd just like to say the way we wrote the script was we would write our characters' lines because that makes the most sense. So I'd write the 15th
Yeah.
Doctor, Gary would write the 21st, and
Also, no
Seicool-
spoilers, but this isn't the
Seicool-
end for 15 and the pilot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But Seeker would write the pilot lines. And I really like the development between the three characters. Like my doctor is he's not.
And this
fully
actually
functional
connects
doctor.
with all our universes as well.
Oh yeah.
I like
my
the way how
doctor-
they're all written because they bounce off each other really well. Because there was that one
Yeah.
scene with the master and them all three, and it's like the
Oh yeah, that was like a fun scene to record.
Yeah, I just remember editing that together. I was like, wow, these characters just work so well together. But what I was gonna say was I like how the pilot is like the one who like splits the two doctors up from like fighting and stuff. He like really puts together the whole.
It
he's
just
like
builds
the teacher at
characters.
break time, stopping all the fights.
Yeah, like that
Just
one
builds.
in the TARDIS.
They're all in the same room. It just builds their characters so well.
How did it feel to record for these episodes? Did you have any like particular funny moments?
Well, there were so many funny moments. That was.
Oh god.
Should we take?
But this was some of my funny moments were when I was actually recording by myself. I just kept on, when I have to say the get go, and then yeah, it was just like I couldn't pronounce it a couple of times. So I had to like go with the best one that sounded like legit,
Believable.
yeah, like yeah.
Did you any of you keep your bloopers?
I kept all of my bloopers.
I remember listening to mine back, and at the end, I just put, "Hey, if you've got to this bit, you can go get yourself a chocolate bar or something because you've worked hard."
Chocolate.
I just thanked myself for that. But
yeah, we had a lot of funny stuff going on.
Playing my character as recording my character, it's just kind of as I do it. And usually, I just do a bunch of takes. It wasn't anything different apart from how I was playing it. I had to be a much more sad character, which is weird, as I said before.
Because of his background, which I won't explain because spoilers.
In the lovely words of River Song.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, sweeties.
Yeah. So
How's it to yours, Seicool?
Yeah, you have an answer.
Yeah.
Have you had any funny moments?
you mean
with
the
that?
recording?
Yeah. What was it like recording for the episodes?
I mean, unlike you two, I haven't been doing. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm not really that good at recording, and no, I will not let you say that my recording
The
is
audio
good.
is so different.
Because
Just say that.
yeah, let's just say it's different. Because I mean, first of all, I live in a flat, and I mean, of course, I've got neighbors, so I can't really do very expressive.
I can't do a lot
but
of stuff because
Stuff. I
it's
can't really
just
be loud, so I
just
kind of.
the character. Yeah, but the characters still come to life either way. Just brings out the character.
Yeah, and also something that actually hasn't really happened that much in this on Dawn of Davros, but like commonly when I like record stuff, um no, I kind of when I just do the lines, I mess one line up, and I'm just gonna spend like 5 minutes on that specific line because
Oh, I feel you on
when I
that.
mess
I feel
something
you
up,
on
I
that.
just have the feeling that I have to redo it like 5
sometimes
times until it's like really perfect. But
yeah, it's
then
always
when
when
I
you
listen
listen back
to my
them.
recordings, ouch. But I'm usually pretty happy with how.
Is there any
the
other
episodes turn
questions
out.
you wanted to ask?
Oh yes, terribly sorry.
It's okay. We were just in the moment.
How do you feel about how everyone else played their roles, such
I
as like
loved
Massa?
Actually,
Davros,
I just
man.
loved
I loved
everyone.
his
Honestly, I
voice.
don't think I could have a favorite.
Everyone did an amazing job, though.
Yeah.
Everyone did it.
Yeah, that's.
Gold medals all around.
It's just without the extra characters, it's just the three of us, and that just doesn't build up the story. So, it's just very important performances
It
from like
was
Davros,
absolutely
the
amazing
Master,
when I
the
listened to
Daleks, everyone.
everyone's
They're very good.
like what they've sent in. I was absolutely amazed. I was like, wow, like this is going to turn into something that's absolutely amazing. I was just excited.
Yeah, actually, on a question about that, you were the editor for Dawn of Davros, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a particular scene, like your favorite scene throughout this entire episode to like edit?
Oh. Okay, that's a tricky one. Hang on. Okay. My favorite scene to edit.
What was the question?
Well, I think it has to be the one where
okay.
Davros shows the three their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be that one. That's got to be my favorite. It's absolutely amazing. Everyone's acting is just amazing. Davros is just, doesn't care. Seicool is pretty cool and calm, and me and Garry, we kind of sound pretty sad. The music, which I picked for this, which is great music by the way, it just fit. It was just perfect. Everything that I did was just perfect.
Yeah, and I loved the scene where you had to catch the Weedle on the knee. Yes.
That was a funny scene. That was just that's just something about my Doctor's character. But one other scene that I really liked is up to the 21st Doctor's regeneration scene, because again the music just fit. The characters acted really well. Those two scenes are my favorite. I don't think I could say which one was more my favorite because they're just both amazing.
Well, since I've asked that question to you, it makes only sense if I ask these two the same question. What was throughout the entire episode?
Do you want to go first, Seicool, since you haven't gone first yet?
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. What was your favorite scene throughout the entire episode? Either to record or just listen to?
To record.
If you feel like you can't answer a question, you're free to say pass.
Now to record,
way,
I think the
earlier.
beginning scene was fun because it was kind of actiony, but to listen to, it's honestly just the 21st Doctor's a generation, because it's like there's like you can see the characters are desperate, they're sad, out of emotion.
Well, the scene I wanted to I most liked was like
I totally agree with
the
that.
scene where like after add-on, it's the scene where Ross shows all the friends of the doctors and the pilots. Just something about that scene made it so like memorable, Yeah. And I love how pilots just chill at 1 second and then he says, "Oh, don't hurt him."
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that character is just so fun.
We all have pretty similar, scene favourites then.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
inspired you to make Doctor Who audios in like a general sense?
Inspiration from Rassilon Productions, stuff like that.
With me, I'd always wanted from when I was like 5, I had like a real early memory of me saying to my parents I wanted to be the 15th Doctor. That's later on started me writing scripts and stuff, and then I wrote audios for my series, and then we did this, which was real fun. That's basically all the inspiration I got. I've always kind of wanted to do it.
Seicool?
Oh, yeah, for me, I just like writing in general, but like I have like the inspiration to start like an audio series came from like 2 YouTubers. I'm just gonna say the names. It's garrytheword and Y24. So they really inspired me to like make an.
I have no clue who they are.
No, I know idea who they are, but
I don't know who they are.
They're very inspirational.
Yeah, they seem like
And
very good
talented
people.
actors. Very
Yeah.
talented actors.
Yeah, completely agree.
I could have guessed what his favorite audio inspirations are from.
I mean, I met him on as I said before.
Right.
Yeah, I just yeah.
Right. 15. You have your own audio series. How's that coming along?
It's going good.
And we can't wait to watch it.
I'm very close to releasing the 4th episode of my series. It's not. Yeah, I haven't started editing it yet. I'm just waiting for the final lines, and then it'll be starting editing, and I'll be the second two-parter finished. It's really exciting. I've got a whole plan for the whole series. I'm working on episode 6 and 7 at the moment, so out of 13. So yeah, writing it, and they're going fun as well.
How do you feel about the cast in your series performances?
On mine,
Yeah.
I mean, again, amazing. I don't think I could say. No, there's not one point where I could say there was bad acting at all. Yeah, I'm surprised actually, because when I read the scripts through in my head, it doesn't seem like it'd work. But then when it's actually executed and people start voice acting, it really does suddenly come to life. Same happened with Dawn of Davros, and
They do have, from my perspective when watching it, it does have very talented actors playing these characters who like have background basically.
Yeah, like the scripts don't have as much personality in the characters as you think. The actors are really the ones that put that into the performance, and to me that's just real cool.
It just makes the magic.
Yeah, the script writers give the materials, but the actors put it together.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
like teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about how you've written the series so far? Are you proud of it? Are you skeptical about it?
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, you
Just
talk.
me.
Okay.
I should address when I'm actually saying talking to
It's
you. I
fine.
apologize.
Yeah, because it gets people confused. That's all.
Well, I mean, I can see a jump in quality of scripts when reading / listening to my first episode compared to, let's say, the episode I'm writing at the moment, which is the 7th episode. And I've got planned a 13 episodes in this series, and they have changed a lot. Like, I did have 13 episodes planned, but I think like 5 of them, or maybe even half of them, have just gone and been replaced with whole new ideas, which I think would work better. And it's just like the whole evolution of it just interests me. I didn't think that would happen, but it is quite cool. But I do think I've definitely seen an improvement, and that's actually partly thanks to garrytheword and seicool, because if they hadn't have let me written so many scripts for them, or particularly garrytheword, then I wouldn't have improved as much as I did.
Brother,
God,
that
my
was
mouth just kept going, didn't it?
a very good answer. Wow.
Could be writing
Right after that.
for the
Wow.
president.
Oh, man.
Okay. Gary, do you think we might see more of the 21st Doctor?
Oh, I don't know.
I hope so.
I mean, it's possible, but we'll have to see.
Well, we
My
might in the
lips are sealed. I
future.
can't
Oh.
explain anymore. My lips are sealed.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what other questions. Seicool.
Yeah.
The pilot has a series, correct?
Yeah, but it's only one episode, so.
Ah. Okay, I haven't seen that yet, so I apologize.
But episode 2 is going to be in the works.
It's really good. I've listened to it.
Well, episode
They're a
1
lot
was
shorter.
kind of more of like a test episode to see how like everything works. And then I kind of put the pilot series on ice because I had some issues with the narrator. And now I'm starting it back up. I've got episode 2 written, currently writing episode 3.
It's going to come back better than ever.
Yeah, I've got back all the voice
opinion.
The return of the pilot.
for all the roles, and I'm gonna plan on releasing
The pilot
episode
remastered.
2 on May 4th.
Ooh, that's sooner than I thought. I'm excited for that.
Also, in some of the episodes, I can't explain much, but in some of the episodes, it's gonna like go into the pilot's background in some of them, but I can't explain what they are.
It's really cool. It's really seriously
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
He's explained it
When we
to
get to
he's
it.
explained it to us to ask us if we think it's good, and honestly, it's like a really cool backstory. You can kind of tell he's been working on it for a few years. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. From someone who hasn't seen the first episode, would you be able to talk about it?
Yeah, well, we can't explain much, but yeah, I'm sure we can say it's about it a little bit, since some of the trailers explain.
And what else we'll be able to see from the pilot in the future?
You'll see an awful lot of drama and maybe some new characters that we haven't even met before.
Ooh.
And a couple of new enemies as well, and a big project coming up that I can't explain, but I will be looking forward to doing it with you.
That sounds very exciting.
And it will be.
Okay. So moving on from Dawn of Davros and just Doctor Who in general, this is a question I'm really curious to see what your answers would be. If you could rewrite anything in Doctor Who's history, what would it be?
Timeless Child.
Why? And what would you change about it?
Just everything, because it's really confusing about the storyline of Doctor Who now.
Okay. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to change an
It's just-
episode, I think I'd change the Ghost Monument. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
The
an
Ghost
interesting one.
The Ghost Monument. It's been one I've been wanting to
It's an
change
interesting
for a
one.
while.
Oh.
It's an interesting one. Explain why.
Well, the
I'm
concept.
terribly sorry. I got cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, the Ghost
Well, the
Monument.
Ghost Monument.
The Ghost Monument.
Oh.
That's the one I would change if I could.
Why?
Because I think the concept of the TARDIS being like this, just weird object that people, I guess, use. I guess I was thinking if I changed it, like it'd be like a religion and people prayed to it and stuff. That I just think that's just such a cool concept. Like the whole idea of the episode is
All
a really cool
hail the
concept.
TARDIS.
I feel like the whole thing being a race, it's just rubbish. sorry.
Oh, let's face it. Some of the episodes from all the seasons Jodie Whittaker is in didn't have the best writing.
She, in my opinion, she had so much potential. She could have been something great if she had.
No, I'm not blaming the Doctor in general. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying she had so much potential to become something.
Yeah,
great.
she could have had so much potential, but the writers just
If
made
I'm honest,
it.
she is a good doctor.
She would be a good doctor if she had good writers. Then yeah, she still is a good doctor though. But
Seicool, would you change anything?
Well, must admit, I haven't seen much of the recent Doctor Who episode. Only seen the first series of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, so I mean I can't comment much on like what's going on right now. But I definitely give McGann or Eccleston more screen time, but Eccleston left on his own accord, and McGann. So I think McGann has great potential, and I'm sure the Big Finish series.
I love how we all went for Jodie Whittaker and seicool just goes for something else. But it's good to have different opinions.
They should have had more screen time.
So looking forward.
I agree with you about.
I'm looking forward to the last episode. I really want to see who the new Doctor's going to be.
That's really cool, yeah.
Edge of Oath. Right. What was your favorite moment in Doctor Who history?
Probably I would have to say. I'm trying to think of something. Greatest moment of all time.
Okay.
I'll let you
go
first.
Okay, this is the first one that comes to mind, just because I think it's an absolutely epic scene. No one says anything, but it's in the first series, when the Eccleston and Captain Jack are flying towards the Dalek ship.
Captain Jack Harkness.
Yeah, are flying towards the Dalek ship to save Rose, and I just think that's such a cool scene. But favorite overall episode, I would have to say, is Midnight as well. That's such a cool episode.
Midnight was always a great episode, man.
I just love the end when they're just like.
Also, I have to ask this question because my friend my friend Jack Reeves wants to know this question. If there was ever a stage play of Midnight, would you join it?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Because he's asking.
It'd be difficult as heck. It'd be difficult as heck to do, but yeah.
No, he's going to pull it off for charity. That's what he's doing it for.
Oh,
he's trying to get the copyright off because Doctor Who copyright.
What's your favorite?
What was your favorite moment? Before we go on to me.
I mean, I think there's a lot of people's favorite moments, but it's Eccleston's regeneration, like when he regenerates into Tennant. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Tennant's regeneration because it's like, ooh, melodramatic, everything's about me.
I don't want to go.
It isn't all about him, but And I just think it's really wholesome of Eccleston how he like reassures Rose like everything's all right, you're okay. You know, I'm
You
just
are
gonna
absolutely fantastic.
It's gonna come Scottish real quick. No big deal.
My
So I just
favorite,
think
I agree. Though.
also,
being-
my favorite moment is a bit of a classic era, by the way.
Mhm.
It's actually the first Doctor's regeneration, because without the first Doctor's regeneration, we wouldn't have all the Doctors we have today.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty important. One.
Yeah, pretty important of Doctor Who history.
Just head forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I'm not mistaken in mine.
Yep, definitely.
I'll be honest. I still need to watch the classic series. I've only watched a few episodes.
I would say watch it from beginning to end, because otherwise you won't get yeah. Anyway, that's all our answers, I think.
All right. Who was our favorite Doctor? Without saying yourselves, as tempting as it is.
Oh,
15, obviously me.
well,
yeah,
apart from 21st, I would say
22nd.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, I bet he's a great Doctor. 22nd.
I actually really like his character.
Yeah.
Hint, nudge, nudge, hint, hint.
The voice actress is brilliant, and the writers
Oh yeah.
really make it.
Whew.
So the voice actors
Yeah.
make it great.
Nah.
Anyway, I would say my favorite Doctors are either Matt Smith or Tom Baker.
Ooh, 4th and 11.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite Doctor has to be 10.
Ooh, is
Mainly,
it?
mainly
I
because.
probably should ask. Is it possible if I can get a Y for your answers?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gary, do you want to do your Y?
Yeah, okay. Basically, Matt Smith was like my favorite Doctor from the beginning, because he's the first one I watched, I think.
Mhm.
And Tom Baker, I just love his energy. That's why I like Tom Baker.
I have a question for you. Would you like Jelly Baby?
I would
Oh.
love a jelly baby
Can't,
right
can't
now.
say no to. Can't say no to him.
I would love a jelly baby.
10.
You go for a Jelly Baby. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Yeah. 10's my favorite because I mean it has to be because he was my first Doctor. I just remember him, and also I got most of my memories of him being a Doctor. I just think he's cool as well. I think he's the best and all that.
I'm just waiting for
I just think he's a
I'm just
well-written
waiting for the day we all become the Doctor.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I'll
in
probably
real
be
life.
behind the scenes writing it.
Yeah,
I'll just be behind the scenes writing it. You guys can be the Doctor though.
I'll be the Doctor. I'll be the best Doctor there. I'll just say, "Hey, remember me? I was the person you wrote for all those years ago."
Oh, I hope I actually write you as the Doctor in real life. That'd be so
No,
cool.
no, you can just
Anyway.
recommend me to whoever directs it now.
Yeah.
Just say, "Oh, this person's a really good actor. You should hire him."
Oh yeah.
Seicool, who was yours?
Can you guess? It's
Eccleston,
Eccleston.
of course.
No, but Eccleston is
It's a very fantastic choice.
A fantastic choice, yes.
but Eccleston is just the first Doctor I watched, and it's just iconic. And McGann I like because of movie reasons, cinematic reasons, just because the movie is. Now, a lot of people say the movie's trash, but I think it's brilliantly written, and
It wasn't
McGann is just really good.
like bad, in my opinion.
I like the TARDIS design.
I love the TARDIS
the
design,
TARDIS is
man.
I like the
good
TARDIS.
transition between like the old and the new. So
Right.
it
And
has
more... Oh, sorry. Still.
it has like the old style, but like a modern coloring. So like the Seventh Doctor style and New Who like coloring. So like this rather lighter blue.
Yeah. Right. Hit us with the next question. Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to bring your characters to the big screen, would you take it?
Oh, definitely.
Who wouldn't? I mean,
Wink, wink,
who
nudge,
wouldn't?
nudge.
Even if it's like, Even if it's a minor character that I've written, I would definitely get them on.
I definitely,
Just like
I definitely.
the wee cameo.
The heartbeat.
If
the
I-
heartbeat, yes, I would.
If I got to have my Doctor on screen, 100%.
You'd be just
100%.
writing him though, because you don't trust the writers.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask if you could have any writer, like, if you could have, like,
Well,
someone write your
I'm
series.
psychic. That's just what I do.
But I think that question's already technically been answered.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I really want the pilot to be on the big screen. Like, if theoretically it would happen, then
You prefer
probably-
like a little project like this.
yeah.
You wouldn't.
I mean,
I feel like the
I-
pilot maybe fitted more for a game.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we could actually like think about that sometime. We have to like get
That'd be cool.
we have to like get the production team and stuff like that, and that costs like a lot of money to do.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
well,
I
yeah, that's our answers. I think.
Right. I don't think I have any more questions.
Oh, we loved
actually.
having you
Well,
talk to us about it.
I just wanted to ask you, how did you enjoy acting and the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
Mr. Galinor?
Gave you
Turn this on me. Oh no!
a little tour.
I had
nudge,
you.
nudge.
You are not getting away with asking us questions without having questions asked to you.
Damn it. Okay.
You're the tenant you can't hide from
I
me.
found it really, really fun just meeting all you brilliant and amazing people.
Oh, well, we enjoyed having you on the team. And we still do. Not leaving us anytime soon.
Yeah, don't tell me after my first series.
Yeah.
Clint, nudge, nudge.
Recording lines, it was really fun, and hearing my character interact with you lot was very, very fun.
It's kind of new to you, isn't it? Just being part of this project.
I believe this was my first voice acting project.
Ooh.
I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
you did it really well for your first one.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sounded really passionate.
I really enjoyed the.
I was surprised you
wrote
weren't
the
on any other projects, to be honest, because you have a natural talent for these impressions and stuff.
Yeah, I like Mr. Galinor, you're
Your
brilliant.
Alistair impression is spot on.
You
You
could
in
I would load up voice mod and do it, but I can't be.
for my channel, you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you played the 10th Doctor for a little stupid
Get
thing.
do not
for-
call it stupid.
Well, it's for
That
But
was-
it was really good. It was a really good
It
project.
was really fun to record, even though I accidentally turned my mic up all the way, and that's why some of the lines sound really distorted. And I didn't even
So-
realize.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions you have done, yeah?
I believe so.
Ah.
So
Well,
thank
we enjoyed
you.
having you on the team, and we enjoy having you asking these questions because we enjoy having you.
Anytime.
Oh, actually, one more question.
Ooh.
Okay.
What will we expect from the future of these audiobooks, or what can you tell us?
An awful lot of
Nothing.
actions, and well, until we get it off its feet, then yeah.
Well, there won't just be one writer ever, really. We've all written an episode by ourselves. We've also written
You're
episodes.
not gonna get any details on yet.
Yeah, we've also written episodes. Me and seicool wrote an episode together. Gary's
And we got
writing
a
an
big-
episode of
Again, we got a big project coming up.
the finale of
Yeah,
this series.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
Ooh.
I'm really excited.
And before season 2, there's a big project going on, which
Okay.
we will not be mentioning anything about
Okay, I respect that.
I will say-
until well, I would say just look on
If
Twitter
you-
on my Twitter page for a little teaser.
I would
Do
say
you think there would ever be
So I
a
need to.
possibility for new writers to come on so they can give
Uh,
their
I-
ideas, maybe
Yeah.
expand?
if we like run out of people to do it, then I would say yes. We could get
because
more
like
writers.
I mean, having us to rewrite them is really cool on that, but like it's gonna
it gets boring
it's
half
gonna
the
be
time.
it's gonna be kind of the
Yeah.
same. You
Yeah, and
you
we
need new
expect the
writers.
same stuff.
You need new
Yeah.
writers, new ideas, I guess.
I mean, like
Because
this is
every writer has their own structure and how they would set out a
Yeah.
story. It's nice to bring in people and introduce different.
Also, Galinor, I
that's
need
cool,
to
yeah.
talk to you after this about something.
Okay,
Wink,
perfectly fine.
nudge, nudge.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is Gary's series. So I mean, it's not my choice, but like, if someone else, like, let's say on my pilot series, wants to write an episode by themselves, they will be writing an episode. Like, writing is fun, but it's nice to see some variety in episodes. So
Yeah.
Because like
I
you
always
need
wanted to-
like compelling stories from everyone else before like just doing it yourself.
I do love a good story. Wink, wink.
Yes, I.
Nudge, nudge.
That's a joke you won't get, guys, till later. So you gotta rewatch this
You
after
better
the
watch the
series comes
episode.
out.
You better watch the episode. You better
Yeah,
watch the episode.
in like a year's time, or whatever, when the whole series is out, you have to come back to this video and rewatch it, and you'll get the joke then.
Mhm.
You get all the information at the end of the third season as well.
Mhm. Did you say you still have your bloopers? Because if you do, I could maybe put them at the end of this video.
I think I have my bloopers. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll send
it is
some
a
as
lot
well.
of me swearing though. So if you want that, you can.
Well, let's
That makes
try
it
and keep
even
it.
better.
Let's try
Yeah.
and keep it like where let's just
I'll probably figure out a way how to.
yeah just
I
just do the beep 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 beep.
I remember partway through, I did like kick something, and I hurt my toe.
That's how, and that's how the angry doctor was born.
Yeah, actually, that did help towards his character. A little behind the scenes there.
Oh damn it!
Oh,
Am I gonna catch that
He's so
weedle?
angry. He stubbed his toe.
oh, that makes sense.
Am I gonna catch that weedle now? I just stubbed my toe.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't at that bit. To be fair, maybe that crying scene is when I stubbed my toe. You never know.
Well, that I have a question. I have a question before we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Or why?
Yes.
Why?
Where?
Me.
Where?
The
Yeah,
one with
you.
24 of his name. Yeah.
Yes, I'll just name you 24 now.
Yes.
I have a question for Mr. 24. I'm gonna say. Oh, what was I gonna say now? Will you ever catch that weedle?
I did catch that weedle. I did. You
Let's
heard me.
go.
You know,
finally caught the weedle.
I'm still waiting to get a shiny one.
Oh yeah.
Will we
Catch
see
that
the
shiny
return
one.
of the DS in the 15 series?
Oh yeah, definitely. In
A
series
lot of it.
series 2, episode 1 is already written for my series actually, and he does use his DS quite a bit.
Let's expect more weedles than a shiny one then.
Yeah, he's got more games than Pokemon, but it is the main one he plays. The Doctor likes Pokemon.
Oh, you gotta catch them all, don't you?
That is completely understandable. I mean, Pokemon, for sake.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, that's all my questions for Mr. 24.
Yep.
Right. Well, Seicool, is there anything you would like to say before we go? Any questions you'd like to ask? Anything you just want to say?
Well,
I don't think he does.
I
Well,
have a
okay.
question for Mr. Galinor.
Oh?
Oh.
If
That's in a question for the questioner.
if you could sum up the way you act the 22nd Doctor in 5 words, which word?
Just don't say any spoilers, please.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't spoil anything. But like, what words come to mind when you're trying to act like the 22nd Doctor?
That's a really good question.
A very good story.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
and
like
again
that.
you'll get that joke,
That,
and
I
you
like
get that
that.
joke. You'll still get that joke after the series one is out.
I really like that. I really like that.
Well, here comes the fourth.
Well, thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you have a brilliant.
Well, thanks for having us.
Any day.
thanks
And
so
Anytime you want to do it, I'll join in. It was a lot of fun.
still gonna contact you afterwards because I need a big favor
Mhm.
from you.
I will probably also think of better questions because
It's
Um,
fine. Your
they were-
questions were decent.
They were really
actually.
good
Yeah.
questions, actually. I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I'll probably come up with the same.
I mean, the reason I went like last each round is because the questions are
mind-boggling.
Nervous.
and
I'll
Nervous.
try not to catch you out.
Will I say the right question?
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. Oh, no, I said ladies.
What?
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining.
Geronimo.
It's okay, thank you.